normal like restaurant level?
like Outback
Oh yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
like
Like I
yeah.
okay. All right. So I have the screen recorder set up. I guess we could just get started. Who am I here with?
You're here with Knives, aka Yale. Uh, yeah, I make music.
Hmm.
That's
Yep.
about it. Didn't really
Totally.
come prepared, but
It's okay. Neither did I. I kind of struggled finding questions here. I'm not gonna lie, but it's okay. I think I got a good set of them. Um,
all right, that's great.
yeah. So, all right. This is the most important like question I'm gonna ask you. So you really need to give this one like a serious response. So,
All right, bet.
um, so what's your opinion on breakfast food?
Breakfast food. That's a good question because I'm not really a morning person, but like
Mm,
I would say bacon's up there, waffles are up there, scrambled eggs if they're done like right. I don't like the scrambled eggs when it's like brown on them. It's like they got to be like pure yellow.
yeah.
And cheese, like omelets are good too. I'm not gonna lie, but like I rarely eat breakfast because, like I said, I'm not really like a morning person. So I might be like a brunch person. But
Yeah.
I mean, breakfast food cool. It's like I don't got any problems. Like I
Like,
tear up a mean Chick-fil-A breakfast burrito.
yeah, I get that. You
But,
ever
but yeah,
you ever go to like a diner? Like,
a diner. I like IHOP.
yo, I
IHOP's
love
cool.
IHOP too, bro.
Like a late night. Like even not, I don't even got to be like in the morning. Like late night IHOP. That's
Exactly.
like top tier.
That's top. Yeah.
But
All right.
but
So,
yeah.
yep. So, all right, moving on from that. Um, I'm curious. How did you get into pop rocks?
How did I get into pop rocks? Okay, that's okay. So I'm gonna give from my perspective, obviously, but basically, before pop rocks was even a thing, before the pop rocks server was even a thing, there was a server called Heart, and that was like the collective Fetty and Kel had before pop rocks,
Mhm.
and uh, it was like I don't remember what necessarily like what members specifically, but we took some of the members or they took some of the members out of there and put into the new Pop Rocks server. But like for the tiny period I was in Heart, or not like the collective, but in the server, I was just like on TikTok and I was making those stupid like slideshows. Cause like that was like good engagement for me at the time. And I didn't even drunk my first project yet. So I was making those dumb slideshows. And then I texted Fetty on Cord, he added me back. And Fetty recognized like who I was, and I was like, oh shit. And then basically, I entered the hard server. I entered VC for the first time, and from there, it was kind of like we all kind of like clicked, and then the original Pop Rocks roster, like that's when I got added to it, and it was like him, Kel, me, this guy named Valentine, this other person named Rexby, Lemon J. It was like a bunch of other people, but that was like the original roster. But I met Fetty through just him recognizing me on my TikToks. So that's how me, Kel, and Fetty like clicked up, and then basically I was in Pop Rocks after that. He just asked me one day, and I was like, "Shit, I'm with that."
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's pretty lit. Um, how would you say how would you say that you like get along with the rest of the pop rocks members? Would you say that they're
I
like
get like the current members
yeah,
right now.
yeah, the current ones?
Oh, all right. So I would say like I'm gonna go down like the list. I'm gonna start with like Day. Day was like the newest, or like the second newest we got. No, I think he was the newest actually.
Mm.
Um, we had Day. I love Day. Day was always around, but I didn't really talk to Day until more so like around the time he got into the collective because like I never really was like one on one with him. So like me and him just play like Rocket League all the time. So I love Day, but more so me and Jirachi have been clicked up more because we're about to drop on Friday. But me and him started talking a lot more when he got into the collective because I never really like talked to him because he wasn't really like around. So when he got into the collective, he was around more, and I kind of just like clicked up with him that way. Spade, love Spade. Spade was always around. Um, Spade was like the most anticipated Power Rocks member. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Basically, like people were just waiting for us to just announce Spade, and then one day we were just like, all right, fuck it, and we announced Spade into Pop Rocks. But like even before that, me and Spade were cool, and then we just started like clicking up playing like the Binding of Isaac and shit.
Yeah.
And and then after that we got who else? Who else? We had those three, then me, then the main two, Confetti and Kel. Those two are like basically the best way to sum up me and their relationship is like those are like those two like little annoying siblings you got. That's what they are to me. Like they like people are not gonna peep this, but like whenever I'm in call with them or we're working on music or stuff like that, they be asking me, oh, can you play Roblox with us, this and the third. And it's like those like little siblings you be having. They be like begging you to get on the game or just want to do stuff all the time, and they be rage baiting the hell out of me. Like it's like a weekly thing, and it's just so like they know how to get under my skin, and that's how I like really know like it's like that's how I know we're over like really connected like that because like they know me, and
Hmm.
it's more so Kel than Fetty. Like love Fetty, but it's more so Kel that's like the like the only thing separating me and Kel is like blood.
Yeah.
Like me and Kel work like Kel produced half of Digital Paw Print. Kel produced produced the song that I'm about to drop on Friday. Me and Kel have three songs together. Like Kel's real life, like my little sister, if we weren't connected by blood.
Yeah.
So like that's really how it is. Like Pop Rocks is really like a whole family in a sense.
Hmm.
Like essentially. And yeah, I just treat all of them like my brothers and sisters basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. That's like not surprising, honestly, kind of, especially like confetti. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, being that kind of little sibling, I kind of understand that, like with the music. Um,
yeah.
so I'm curious. Do you have any like more collabs that you're like planning on doing with some of the other like Pop Rocks members, like in the future? Do you have any like plans set up for that, or is it just like I
Well, I'd say like for Pop Rocks members specifically, like me and Day would eventually make a song, but the what I got like with the Pop Rocks members right now is obviously me and Drawch are gonna drop a song, and me and him plan to make more songs, and hopefully maybe even do a project because my project obviously I canceled that. It should have been out today actually, funny enough, but I had to cancel it due to personal reasons. But me and Jirachi are gonna make a lot of music, and then going into the next year, me and plan to make an entire like project. So obviously that's in the works. And then
Mhm.
Me and Fetty, it's like this ongoing joke that me and Fetty like are never going to make a song because he has a song with damn near everybody else except me. And then I remember it's this one song that he's planning. I don't know if he's going to release it, but it was this one song that I really liked, and I was like Fetty, let me hop on it. He told me no, and then I found out that Jirachi and Kel got on it, and he didn't like spin back, and I was just like, all right, just say that you hate me, bro. And that's when we started making an inside joke that I was like the most hoed in Pop Rocks, and like me and Fetty, I would say that like I'm definitely gonna have songs coming out soon with Fetty's production, but like me and him on the same song, that's just really up to him at this point. Like I tried my best.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with him, but he's currently getting a lot of stuff done. So I'm not too pressed about it, but uh, a lot of me and the other members are just trying to build each other up right now, and
Hmm.
yeah, that's really the game plan.
Hmm. Yeah. Um. So okay, cool. So like, okay, that kind of does kind of bring me into my like next question. So I would say probably Kel's and like Fetty's their careers have kind of gotten like a lot more popular lately. Like they've kind of blown up, when it comes to the context of the
Mhm.
rest of the Pop Rocks members. Do you see like the like I don't really want to say like all the other members, but I mean just like the collective getting like blowing up in the future. Do you see that as like them like the full collective being just a more popular thing, or do you think it's going to be more of like a solo career for some of them?
I say okay. It's more so like with Fetty and Kel, their game plan was always to blow up, and on the back end bring us up with them in a way because like we all independently work on our music and do our music, but the thing is we work with each other a lot and like support each other a lot. Like one of the like biggest moves we've done is me, Spade, and Fetty dropped a song, and then Fetty dropped a song with Jirachi, and that pushed us all to like Jirachi's at 15K, Spade's at 13, I'm at 18, like monthly listeners. That's where we're at,
Hmm.
and basically we're trying to build each other up to so it's like it's not to say that like our music isn't on par with their music or it's like or like they're controlling us or this and the third. It's more so a thing where like we're just not where they are right now as in terms of popularity, but like in the future obviously that's what we have planned, that's what we're trying to do. So I think for a lot of us it's just the fact that Fetty and Kel have been doing it like together longer. They had a song before that blew up on TikTok. They don't like bringing up that song because it was like it was more so a song that they like made and it blew up and it was like damn they didn't want that song to blow up necessarily as much as it did. Um, but they had a like they already had like a starting like fan base off of that, so they just built that off of their projects like Kel with Hearts and Hurts, and then Fetty with Music God and Weapon Party. And then Fetty with Milkshake, that's about to hit a mill right now. But he Milkshake just took off. And that's what like propelled him to where he's at right now. And then with Kel's projects, Hurts mostly, and the song Super Duper, that is propelling her. So for the rest of us, it's just the fact that like Day doesn't have a full discography yet or project out yet. Spade doesn't have a like full fleshed out discography or project out yet, but like all of us like Spade has like five, maybe six songs out and is already at 13K, which is ridiculous. No project. Same with Jirachi. Jirachi has no project and they're already like past 10K monthly. So I have no worries about them blowing up.
Hmm.
Me, I already have two projects out, but that's because I'm like a project heavy person. Like I like to get like do a collective of songs and like release it. I'm probably not gonna release a project until like next year though, because like I was supposed to drop my finale today and then for the rest of the year just do singles. But I think I'm gonna just do singles until like next year, maybe. Maybe if I'm feeling like it, drop like a little winter project or something. But more so with the rest of us that aren't Fetty and Kel, we're just trying to build up our audience because I like out of everybody in the collective, I had like nothing, like zero. Like I was just on TikTok, maybe with 300 followers, and for like 4 to 5 months before I dropped my first project, I had four songs out, like, and that was it. Like I had nothing else but those four songs. So I had to build it up, like literally from like brick by brick. So like I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing. The rest of the collective's gonna keep doing what they're doing, and then we're just all gonna meet in the middle. Because a lot of us just need to have like the same way Fetty has Milkshake, Kel has Super Duper, and stuff like that. We all just need that one song to get us propelling. So like
Yeah,
we're gonna get there.
yeah. Y'all just gotta like get there together. Yeah, I understand that. Um, so like music wise, like kind of getting into like more of your music. So you said that you're probably done with projects for this year. I think I'm wondering like in the future, do you think that like you'll ever get into a place where you're gonna want to drop like a debut album or like a more serious like focused album, or is it gonna be just mostly like singles and like EPs and stuff from here on out?
I'd say like I was a very EP oriented person. I still am because I like dropping like short and sweet things for people to listen to. But I do have like the one thing that Kel likes to complain about is how I'm always thinking of like the next project to drop, and I'm never thinking about just dropping singles. But I have an album in mind. I do, and I plan to have that album done maybe 2027. Yeah, but I do have a like a debut album in mind, and I even had a talk with Kel because Digital Paw Print was one song off of being considered an album, but I combined two songs, and that's what the last song on Digital Paw Print was. I combined those two because I did not want Digital Paw Print to be my debut album. Like that was more so like because with my music, I was doing with the ball of yarn, like all that stuff. I was doing the high pitch shit a lot, and I still plan to return to the high pitch shit. Like that's what I plan to do 2027. I'm just experimenting with my actual voice because I'm like really self conscious about my own voice. Like when I started recording, I hated hearing myself,
Hmm.
and I had to get over that when I was making music. And then with the high pitch shit, that was kind of like a way for me to mask that, but it also was something that I always wanted to do. And that's why I dropped a cover, a Vocaloid cover, just to see like what that would like hit for, and people really liked it. So it's like I showed people that high pitch shit wasn't necessarily a gimmick. Like it's part of my music. Like I even use it in ad libs when I'm using my like actual like voice in a way.
Hmm.
So I would say like debut album definitely 2027. I already have it planned out in my head. I just have to get it done. I just have to basically put it all together. But I'm definitely gonna release singles for now because I want to get that, like I said, that hit and then propel myself afterwards. Hopefully have some backing help for my first ever album.
Hmm.
But definitely an album next year.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. That's cool. That's something to look forward to. So, so the you were mentioning some of the vocals, like that vocal style really just being a part of your music. I'm curious on like digital paw print specifically, and that had like a Lost Rishi shout out as well. What would you say like? Okay, so a lot of people like to like compare your music to like Lucy Bedrock. So I'm curious what you kind of think of that, and it's like how you're taking like your own style, and it's like what would you think? What would you think about like what do you think about being like compared to that? Like that
I'd
style.
say like that style. Uh I would say with like Lucy Bedrock, I listened to his music for a while, and I would say that that is part of an inspiration for like my music and even some other pop rocks members' music because like we all collectively know that like that man is talented. Like he's ridiculously talented. I would say I do love his older stuff more though, but like I personally have a belief that his project Fed de Vanille.
Mhm.
That project is probably some of the best like music he will ever make and has ever made.
I agree.
Like ridiculously good. Um
Yeah.
Obviously he's going to a different direction. That's cool. Like that's perfectly fine. But like my personal like believe that ridiculous. And I didn't want to make like I had it like when I was making a ball of yarn, I had it in my head. Like I didn't want to make Fet de Vanille. I wanted to make my own version, or not even like version of that, but my own thing to call it my like own. Like have the same weight as Fet de Vanille. I don't think Ball Yarn has the same weight as it,
Mhm.
but people compare it to that because it's like it's reminiscent of it. And that's what a lot of people say about Fetty's music too. Um, but the high pitch shit, that's what like I would say that like a Ball Yarn had a lot of what could be considered Lost Rushi, Lucy Bedrock style beats, but vocally it was different because that's what I did with the high pitch shit, and that's what made me different. And then when I went into digital paw print, it was more so me experimenting with my actual voice, and I wanted to do more with like electronic stuff. And I even did like a whole like EDM track on there as well. And moving from there, it's just like I keep trying to differentiate myself with my actual voice and then put in the high pitch where I can. And then next year that's what I plan to do with my high pitch stuff and like really showcase it in like a different light because I don't want people to think that I'm just like a, a high pitched Lucy Bedrock because like on album of the year that site where people can like review albums and shit,
Mhm.
somebody literally said uh like word for word they said that my project a ball of yarn was Fed de Vanille but uh but Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks and I laughed hard as hell at that. I was
Yeah,
like
I
I didn't
saw
even
that
take it
one
at, I
too.
didn't even yeah I didn't even take it as an insult. I thought it was hilarious. And um But the thing is, like, as long as my name keeps getting talked about, when I like finally showcase uniquely my sound, and that's what I'm doing now, because for the last like years I've been doing music, and the thing is, I didn't start releasing music until last year October. I have been like fucking around on FL Studio for about 2.5 years, and like I didn't take music serious. It was more so like a hobby, like if somebody would like draw for fun or something, and that's what I did. And then October, I just had like a random epiphany to just like when I started making the high pitch stuff, like a year and a half ago, I was like, I really wonder what people would think of this because I really like it. Then I released it, and that's where I had my 4 songs, and people really liked it. And um like the comparisons, I honestly believe that if you're melodic in this scene or have a melodic sound with sound fonts and classical like inspiration, you're going to get compared to Lucy Bedrock because like he was a pioneer of that sound.
Mhm.
But uh he said it himself that he's not, I don't think he's gonna return to it. He might, you never know, but like he kind of like dismissed that sound because he's going for something different. And like I don't think it's offensive for anybody in the scene to like have an adjacent sound to it. Obviously, not like cloning, not like full on trying to be Lucy Bedrock, but I think it's perfectly fine for people to take inspiration from that and craft their own unique sound, even if people are going to compare it to Lucy, because that's just inevitable. People are going to compare it to Lucy because he was literally the first to do it or do something that sounds like it. And at the end of the day, it's until like one of us, like Fetty, Kel, one of us, like really like becomes huge in the scene that people are going to like shift their perspective. And when that happens, I hope that this scene becomes more open to people like me, people like Spade, uh, because we have like I have talks with all the Pop Rocks members. We all have really unique visions, but the one thing that clouds over us is this whole Lucy Bedrock thing because people think that because Lucy Bedrock did it, it's just going to be Lucy Bedrock, which like that's why Fetty, when he drops his next project, he's trying to break that entire like
Mhm.
I don't know how do I
Like
frame it like
stereotype.
yeah, basically. So I would say I'm trying to do that with my music too, but obviously I'm taking it slower, trying to get a hit first to get myself like being talked about. Not that I'm saying I'm not talked about, but I just want that one song, like not even like carried by a feature. Not saying like I'm carried by features or anything, but like I don't want a song with necessarily like a big feature or something. I'd rather be like within Pop Rocks to blow up and like showcase like my music.
Hmm. Yeah,
But
just get that like
yeah,
hit out there.
yeah, I don't think it's like, but like to say to like to compare me to Lucy Bedrock or say that I have a sound of that, I take that more as like a compliment because, like I said, very talented guy.
Hmm.
So to like say that I'm like that I remind you of that sound, it's both a compliment and kind of like a way of saying like I need to go more unique. So I take it as like motivation.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would definitely be looking forward to like a more unique sound from you because I feel like you could definitely push forward like a really interesting kind of digicore esque soundscape like in the future. I think you'd be great at that, honestly. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, kind of on the same like discussion of like the sound of your music. I'm curious if there was someone, if I got you to talk, or if you were talking to someone and you were explaining to them that you do music, how would you explain your music to them? Like who's never heard like of anything pop rocks related? How would you explain it to them?
Um, like if somebody's listening to me for the first time or wants to get into my sound, I would tell them that I make like obviously the term has been floating around, but I honestly think it's like both a term of like endearment, but really funny. Like the whole term of like anime princess music, that shit is funny, like really funny.
Hmm.
And like sometimes I'll use it like jokingly with people, but like even explain to my like own family and shit when I like make music. I say that like like the genre digicore is a good place to start. I wouldn't necessarily say hyperpop though. That's its own thing. That will always like be with the people who really made that scene pop, like Quinn, Glaive, and all of them. But I wouldn't call myself hyperpop. I would say that digicore, electronic. I definitely go with like like people who are like really open minded, I try to get more detailed with, and I tell them that like I make like I'm trying to make Shibuya K esque things, Vocaloid, and electronic. That's what I use. But like for people who listen to like mostly mainstream type of music, I just go with electronic because I feel like that's the best place to start. Um, but I would describe my like music as that, and I'm trying to get like the one thing that I say I have for myself is like the way I do flows. So I would just say like it's catchy. It's not necessarily for everybody, but like if you I wouldn't say my music like background music, but if you want something like catchy in your ear and still like have substance to it, that's what my music is. Because like with a ball of yarn, a lot of those songs are catchy. Like it's just catchy music, and especially with the high pitched voice, like it's just gonna be catchy music. But one thing that people didn't see a lot on a ball of yarn was like the lyricism, because I actually had a lot of like lyricism in that project, and that's why I put lyrics for a ball of yarn, because it was a project in dedication to my now ex. Yeah. The whole thing behind the ball of yarn, that like I had a whole there's a whole story behind the ball of yarn, but to sum it up, it was in dedication to somebody. That's why a lot of the lyrics actually mean something. So I'll make a lot of like music relating to like romanticism, but if I had to explain it to somebody, I would just say I make really catchy love songs.
Yeah,
Really catchy electronic love songs. That's it.
yeah. And I mean, yeah, that fits. Yeah, with like your lyrics and stuff, especially on a ball of yarn, I understand that. I'm curious. You mentioned like the that sort of anime girl like fairy style like
Yeah,
descriptors that are
anime
often used for your
anime
type of
princess
music.
music.
Yeah. Are you like, and this is something I kind of noticed with like your single covers and stuff. Are you like trying to lean into that type of thing more in the future, or is that something that you'd like to distance yourself from?
Like I would say in the past it was very heavily like even right now I'm in like I'm working with my artist to do like an entire like not persona like change, but like a revision, because like people were seeing me as like this cutesy fucking furry femboy, and somebody said I made femboy music, and I was like, okay, I guess. Like I even went with the joke. I even posted a TikTok one day, quoting it. But I would say my image, like when it comes to that, like the whole anime princess music, I say I make that, but there's like other people who are like their image is different, but people will still say they make that type of music. Like people like Kumosai and like Sayako, like they make very like beautiful, very uh high end vocal type of music, and it's like I want to make like melodic music and I want to make catchy music, but like for my image, I have a plan for my image. It's like that's why I made like myself really my persona. Like
Mhm.
anytime you see somebody draw my persona, that's literally me. Like it's down to a T, like down to the pause. We even have the pause in the drawer, like a drawer somewhere in my room. But down to a T, that's what I look like. But I'm probably gonna ditch the pause because they're very bulky for like my design. But that's why I had a ball of yarn revision. The ball of yarn cover revision was mostly because I drew the original cover, and when I did so, I had it with my ex in mind, and she's even in the cover, the original cover. So like now that or back when we broke up like in January, all that stuff, whatever. Um I wanted the project kind of had like a different meaning now. And I didn't want it necessarily tied directly only on her, because that's not what that project was. Yes, it was a dedication, but it wasn't necessarily just that. It was like also a debut of that high pitched sound, and like a show of like the love for my craft at the time. So I had a revised cover, something different, and it was very pop and music inspired. Um, Not necessarily trying to take that from Fetty, because Fetty, if Fetty ever comes across this video, he's gonna say that I'm taking swag. He's gonna rage bait me again. I'm not with that, but like, bro, and like with Fetty saying that, like obviously Fetty ran with that pop and music stuff, but that's not like I had it designed to where it was reminiscent of the pop and music because that's like what the feel of the music had. And I wanted the new cover to like capture the feeling that that music had. So I would say for my image moving forward, there's going to be definitely a difference. A very not a very huge difference, but like in the term of like the vibe of like my persona and like who I want to be represented as and who I want like people to see me as.
Hmm.
And the music is gonna still remain unique and very like I said, anime princess music. But it's still gonna remain along the lines of like unique, very catchy, still relating to love. But just for like my persona in a way, that's just where I'm going with that. So people can view me in a different light with that. Not saying that I don't love my current persona, I obviously love it, but I think I'm gonna leave that where it is with these first two projects because that was kind of where I showed who I was, and now I'm going to show people who I will be.
Hmm. Yeah. Um, yeah. That Okay, so like building off of that, I'm curious. I really want to know because I really do like a lot of like the art that is in your like single that is in most of your like covers. Who is the artist behind that? You said you had an artist. Um,
Yes, I do have an artist. My artist on I'm a shout out to IG. Uh, my artist is sincerely remorseful on IG, but I call her by her name Elaine. Elaine, uh, she's quite literally the rollout for my projects, and she's the person I'm working on to change up my persona right now. But Elaine quite literally carried both rollouts that I've had for my projects. Digital paw print, I had a RPG Maker uh visual as the trailer,
mhm.
and I did everything through RPG Maker. Like I actually know how to use that program and stuff, but it was always something I wanted to do. But she literally, I don't even think she did this before. Like Elaine literally made sprites, like 3 sprite sheets for like usable characters that I like put it like scripted into the game and everything. I had to make a game for the visualizer. So she literally sat down and made the sprites. She made the Lamb to the Slaughter cover. She made the digital paw print cover. Now I'm going to I'm going to still differentiate stuff because for every cover that I do for myself, I always do like the background and extra effects in the cover.
Mhm.
The artists I usually get to do it, I usually get them to do like the cover or not the cover, the my persona or whoever I have in the cover, like the person that is being portrayed in the cover. And that's what Elaine does a lot of. She recently did a bunch of stuff for my canceled project, and it was a lot of good unused assets that I plan to use later for me and Spade's project. But literally, she is ridiculous. Like she'll get it done way before I needed to get done, and that's why I like and a lot of artists. If any artists are watching this, always credit and pay your artists. They put a lot of effort into this shit, and I make sure to do that very sparingly. Like I make sure she's well paid for everything because without her, I literally don't have rollouts. Like
Mhm.
I could do it myself, but she's like she's like I can't even say like she helps the rollout. She literally is the rollout. So like without her, I don't think I would have like a lot like a majority of my fan art and stuff. And because like she managed to capture me in the way that I always wanted to see myself. And with this persona revamp and everything, I plan I'm very excited to see what she does with it. So like a lot of that cute stuff that she made, all of that stuff, I have to credit to her. That's her.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, that's awesome actually. So shout out Elaine. Um, what's her ad again? I kind of want to like shout out. What's her
it is sincerely remorseful.
All right, I'm gonna put it in the chat so the viewers can see it. Um, cool. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to her then. Um,
Funny enough, she actually just like this is crazy timing. She literally just texted me the part of the revamp with my character. or my persona, which is hilarious.
Wow.
But yeah, really, really funny timing.
Yeah,
But
that's pretty funny timing. Right as yeah,
yeah,
that's cool.
hilarious.
All right.
Uh,
So this is, you know, kind of like on the lower end of like my questions. This is going to be kind of the last question I have about your music. What's your favorite song that you've made?
favorite song I've made. Uh, that's it's always changing, but I would say like for a long time, the one song that I literally could not drop on Spotify because them guys in Japan, they will copyright strike everything. And that was Cubism. Cubism, the cover I did for Cubism. That was probably one of the hardest but most fun songs I got to make. And it's some of the best because I did shit on it that I like never knew how to do. And like it was kind of like I can make like a rap song, I can make like a melodic uh, hip hop song or whatever. Uh Shibuya K style things. I can like even when they weep, the song that I released with Spade Fetty. I can make stuff like that, but with Cubism, it was just straight like a Vocaloid cover, just through and through, and it
Hmm.
was like it was some of the best show of like my versatility. But I would say like uh, best song I would say out right now is uh either Lamb to the Slaughter or Nemesis,
Hmm.
because those two are like those two were like ridiculous when they were made. But I would say like those would be like the two best songs I have. My favorite verse I've ever made, When They Weep, aka When They Cry.
Hmm.
When They Weep, literally I don't know what took like overtook me that day, but I don't know how I did that verse. Like that verse was like when I listened back to it and then got it mixed and everything, it was insane. But I feel like my next two songs that are about to or come out, I would say that those are definitely going to overtake like some of the previous stuff that I have and probably become my like most favorite when they release.
Hmm.
But that's up for fate to decide.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm. Yeah, I would say my favorite of yours is "Bring a Crucifix to the Club," and that kind of reminds
yeah,
me. I actually want to ask you this, like, that song in particular. I hope I'm not misremembering it because that would be really embarrassing. But it had a relatively like different sound than the rest of Digital Paw Print. So I'm curious, was that like a outwardly fun song to make, or was it like something that you wanted to do, or like?
it was always some like yeah, I would say it was always something I wanted to do because digital paw print was digital and more so electronic. I feel like I could fit a lot of different things into that project. And like I had the sound that Kel and Fetty were working on, the genre that we're trying to create and everything. That was like more so the first half. And then with songs like Lavender was like a transitional interlude into the last two songs because Bring a Crucifix to the Club, I wanted that to just completely throw off everyone. Like when I got that song made, I worked with the producer behind it. I did vocals on that song, and he like put it all together. And when I got that song like done and everything, funny enough, I'm gonna tell this story. I literally got into contact with a uh, what is it? A DJ
Mhm.
like like
Like an
2 weeks before the
actual
project dropped.
DJ?
Yes, an actual DJ. I literally played the song because I was in a call with my friend and also the DJ. So I was like, "Oh, I want to show y'all this." He literally told me to send him the song. I sent him the song. He ended up playing it at a venue with over 200 people before my project dropped, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, that's
And
whoa.
people really liked it, like really liked it. I was like, "It's ridiculous."
Yeah, that's crazy.
And yeah,
Yeah, that's really
but
cool. Um, Yeah, that you were.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. Um, okay, so on my YouTube channel, whenever I do interviews, I ask my audience to figure out a question that I should ask you. But I only got
Mhm.
one response this time. Um,
I see.
but okay, the question was, what is your favorite Roblox game?
What is my favorite Roblox game? Okay, so people might actually hate me for this take. Um, please take it with take this with a grain of salt. Do not hate me for this. I played a lot of Deep Woken. I know some people are going to hate that I know a lot of people are going to hate that I said that, but it was honestly a game that I had a lot of fun with when it was in its prime, and I still love the game. I don't say that I like played as much or even at all anymore, but the game itself is like it's really fleshed out and really well made, and I had like a lot of fun playing it. So like I can't even be mad at it per se. Like I feel like the effort, like that game was like structural for like a lot of RPG games in Roblox. And even if you hate the game, you can't like deny like what it did for other games. So I would say I love that game, but like I say the game that I play the most now, or more frequently, I'm getting into a game called Knife Duels because Jirachi put me onto it. But that I would say that game is fun. But uh but yeah, more so Deep Woken will be the GOAT for me in that
Yeah,
Roblox game category.
yeah. I wish I had something to say there, but I don't really play Roblox, so I'll just take your word
Well,
for it.
yeah.
Um, all right. Final question here. Um, do you have anything that you like want to say to my audience of at this time of recording 82 subscribers?
Anything to say to the audience? Like final words?
Anything? Yeah. Final words.
I say final words. Uh, I'll tell them what I told people in the Power Rocks Discord. When officially hit 10K monthly, I wanted it to be known to people that literally the only thing stopping you from achieving your goals and wanting to be somebody to some other group of people to have a fan base, whatever it is you want to do and whoever it is you want to spread your content or your music, whatever it may be, just understand that the only way that you fail is if you quit. I was in literally my sophomore year, and I was it's like sophomore year of college, literally doing fuck all. And I was kind of half-ass skipping my classes. I was kind of going, my GPA was like down, whatever. But the one thing that kept me headstrong was posting every single day on TikTok. Like that's what I did. I did that every single day, 2 videos a day. I didn't care how corny it was. I didn't care how stupid it might have been to some people or how people would have took it. I took it and I ran with it. And that is the reason I am in the position I am now. The day you quit is the day you fail because statistically proven, as long as you keep going, it's never going to be a zero possibility of you achieving your goals. So, to anybody who wants to be an artist, a musician, a YouTuber, anything to do with creativity, who wants to branch out in the world of art and creation, don't stop creating because in the end, you're still doing this for yourself and you're doing this because you want people to view you in the light that you want them to view you. Now that I've reached the point that I'm at, damn near almost 20K monthly listeners from a bunch of TikToks, I look back at it all and I'm thinking to myself, like, there are people who DM me how my music inspires them, how they're inspired by my sound, how my music might have pulled them out of a deep place. And I try my best to respond to all my DMs and stuff like that because at the end of the day, without my fans, I am nothing.
Hmm.
And to grow that fan base from absolute zero, like I'm gonna tell you, funny enough, somebody texted me Instagram and has a screenshot of me at 0 monthly. I don't know what type of investment that person was putting on. Like I've seen people like talk about OG screenshots with like 1,000 monthly, 300 monthly, whatever it may be. This guy had it at zero. He had it literally the day before I dropped my first song. That and that's like insane to me. Like when I broke my interface, I literally could not finish Digital Popper. Like I was stuck. I was like, I'm cooked. Like it's over.
Mm.
My fans literally texted me and literally like paid for a new interface to me. I didn't ask anybody. I was telling them that, oh, I'm gonna probably have to buy a new interface. This is gonna take a while, whatever. And I was gonna just get my money sorted and just go buy it. Cool. They pitched together money to buy me my interface. And that in itself is what told me like I have a fan base of people who are here for me and my music. So for me to do anything besides drop that music and to continue to flourish and do well in this industry, it would be disrespectful not to. So every day I move forward, people tell me that they like my music, people support me, whatever it is, even if I receive hate, even if people talk on me or specific aspects of my life, my image, at the end of the day, I have a large group of people who are here for the music, here for me as a person, and are thankful for what I do. So, to those people, I hope that I can inspire you to create, you to make music, do whatever it is you want to do, because there's nobody in this world that we live in that will be more proud of you than yourself. And if you're not proud of yourself, then how can you expect others to be proud and be inspired by you? So always have self confidence in yourself. I believe anybody can do it, and yeah, that's my message to the world.
That's a great ending message. Yeah, I think it's really important. Like your fans are definitely really important. So that's a really amazing message to end off on. Actually,
Yeah,
thank you for doing the interview. Honestly, like
of course.
I had told some of my friends about like emailing you, and like some of them weren't like sure that you were gonna like even respond. So I'm really happy that you agreed to it. I think that's
Well, funny enough, I wasn't like the only reason I like didn't respond is because I don't know how you can explain this if you want. I don't know how you messaged me on that email. That's not even the email I use. Like when you messaged me on that email, I was like, huh? Like when I first saw it, I was like, uh, is I was like, is this the right email or whatever? And I was confused because it was like I actually have a music email that I use. So when I saw it, I was like, I'm gonna respond because I was like, this seems kind of cool. So I like that's the one thing I'll give myself. I don't like to I don't necessarily like to ego people or like not talk to other creators no matter how big or small you are. Like
Mhm.
I'm the type of person that I'll work with other people, but the thing is I have to see passion behind it. And if you're passionate about something, then 9 times out of 10, I'm a mess with you. I might even give you advice. I like somebody messaged me the other day for advice. I was like, that's pretty cool that you want to get advice from me. But like I'm still working on bettering myself. So like anybody else who wants to do things with other creators, I don't feel like they should be clouded behind uh the fact that somebody's big or something. Like
Mhm.
you don't know until you try.
Yeah. Um, so, in case you're wondering where I got that email from, that's the email that's linked to your YouTube channel. Because I don't
My
really,
YouTube.
yeah, I'm not really on other social media, so
Oh,
I just found it through your YouTube like
oh.
description.
Wait, is it still in my description? Hold on. I'm actually about to check right now. Oh, wait, hold on. Is it? Oh my God, it is. I gotta change. Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
All right. I mean, yeah. Well, there you go.
Well, thank
Uh,
you. I appreciate this.
yeah, yeah. I appreciate you. You have a good rest of your day.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Hmm. All right. See you.